everyone. Welcome, my flock. It's Joyride After Dark. Happy to be here. I think it's like the fifth show now. Um, Chime in the comments if you guys want to talk about anything. Like, I'm ADHD as fuck, so throw me off. Anyway, welcome to Joyride. I'm your hostess, Ivana Coquetú, or three, or four, uh, mistress of the mic, Atlanta's odd bird, creator of Sunday School for Sinners, Electro Lounge, and apparently I'm now your local support clown. Welcome to Joyride, where we're unhinged, honest, and always covered in glitter. The show where we stop pretending we have everything fucking figured out and start admitting that we're all emotionally just one bad decision away from becoming folklore. Because maybe life isn't actually a test. Maybe it's a fucking circus. And the main problem is the clown has been left in charge. All right, y'all. Have you ever had a dream where you're like naked on stage? Yeah, everyone. Well, like spotlight's on you. Everyone's staring. You can physically feel yourself becoming perception. And then suddenly you realize you're not performing anymore. Hey there, Mr. G. Too black to see. So yeah, that's kind of what it's about tonight. It's like being perceived and it always being a circus. And if you're afraid of clowns, unfortunately, this episode is spiritually not for you, and I'm not your girl. Anyway, tonight we're talking about public persona versus your private self, emotional labor, boundaries, direct communication, archetypes, and symbolism. Dreams, emotions, substances, and how they impact our reality. What happens when your entire life exists in overlapping public spaces? Because when your relationships, your friends, your cast, your audience, your coworkers, and the people you collaborate with all exist in one ecosystem, things get very weird very fast. Anyway, bring on our special guest, if you will.
No, I can't.
Of course, notoriously late for everything. She's a diva. Where the fuck you at, diva? Real world. Where you at, bitch? All right, she's late for everything. She said she'd see us in a bit, and that was like 10 minutes ago. I don't know how long a bit is, but we'll find out. In the meantime, can I get like an air horn or something? We'll just keep moving. So, hey, DC, you should roast me.
Me roast you? Oh,
Me on 4 words.
4 words. I only got 3. Way too honest! Exclamation mark.
I don't think punctuation counts, but yes, that is pretty accurate. I am autistic, so everyone thinks I'm just being funny. I just can't stop saying what I think. It's a condition, really. Hey, Savina. Anyway, I've been thinking a lot about clowns lately. It's not because I went to a fetish convention and performed topless as a clown. I mean, like, archetypally. Is that a word? Archetypally? Archetypally. Anyway, it sounds like a town in Greece. All right. The clown is emotionally exposed, hyper visible, and they like entertain people through their own pain. Oh, I got to resend her the link. Please hold, everyone. Good. Damn it.
Should I play her intro?
Yeah, yeah. Do that. Do that. Okay, so this is a new segment that I have to do because I sent her the link. We'll see when she gets here. But like, bitches are boundaries, right? So, as an attractive woman with boundaries, people often think I'm just being a cunt. DC, does that ever happen to you?
Oh my God.
It's true. No, like if you're like, no, I'm not doing that, they're like, why are you such a bitch? And I'm like, I don't know.
Thank God. Naya's here. Yes.
Yes. What's
I
up,
was having
Naya?
technical difficulties.
So that's the story of our
Sorry,
life
I'm late. What's
together.
up, y'all? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Uh-oh. I can hear you.
You can't hear us? Turn your volume up.
I can hear you. Man.
This is like the theme of the show. So everything we do here is about like learning to fucking pivot because nothing ever goes according to plan. I can hear you. I can't.
What?
Someone message Nya and tell her what to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep talking. So anyway, I find that like all the strong women in my life right now, like everyone just targets them as being a bitch. And I'm like, you're not a bitch. You just hold people accountable and you're a leader. And when you actually like draw a line in the sand, people get real upset. They get butt hurt, and then they act out. It is so fucking frustrating. And I'm like, I always wonder if I was not me and I stated my boundary, is that what would happen if you weren't like some sort of power femme? Like, I think people think that you just sort of have a God complex. I mean, that's what my husband says about me anyway. Well, I'm just going to keep on going. Let's go to our first sponsor. Yeah. Should we roll on Well Adjusted? Let's do that. The thing about dreams is your nervous system chooses symbols that emotionally fit your experience, and your body breaks down when you're fucking stressed. So my whole life, my body and the show is sponsored by our friends at Well Adjusted. Okay, I'm just going to go rogue. I want to talk about Frolicon. Who's in the comments? Do I have anyone in my comments? Someone asked me something about what we did at the fetish convention. Let's just start there. Because I've seen some things, including people from my child's daycare group. So I want to know, what do you do when you see people from the daycare pickup line in the swingers room? What is appropriate? Anybody? Well, what I did is I gave them the dramatic, yeah, oop. Like, we're like kids' birthday party friends. Like, our kids are friends. And I'm like, eye contact. Look the other way.
Okay.
And,
all right.
And then I ran into these guys in line again, and I'm like dodging them, and I get a text message, and it says from so-and-so's dad. are you guys at the sex convention? Like, yep. Hey, Nya, welcome back. I was talking about
Hey.
being a clown at a sex convention because I was just trying to kill some time.
Okay, I'm here for it.
All right, what I was talking about is like, like people. What I was supposed to be talking about is how clowns are symbols, right? Just
Right.
like everything else, but everybody sees things as like their own language. We talked a lot about this on the last show. Like symbolism is really through your own lens. And so, oh, it's 11:11. Would you look at that?
11.
11:11. You missed your intro video. It's like it says are Nya and Ivana bitches or do they have boundaries, right? So that's kind of like the idea here is like, how do you come off when you have a public profile and a personal life? Because I really find like with us and a lot of women that I know who are bad bitches, like we have boundaries and we hold people accountable to them. And then when you do that, they don't fucking like it and you become a bitch, right? Even though you've poured your heart and soul into building people and growing them. Because I don't know what you know about Nya here. Nya is from EM's Burlesque. They're the first all-Black burlesque school in Atlanta. And she's a badass. When I think Atlanta Black burlesque, I think of Nya the God, Nya the Vampire, Madam Mercury. Like, and that's all you. And hey. And still to this day, my favorite emoji combo. Right, like people love you or they're fucking scared of you. Like,
Right.
because you're the name that comes up. So like you become a target, but that's all your like public persona. Like
Right.
people don't often get to know the person behind the persona. And it's funny because I spent all of last week being a clown and it was just like a really interesting life experience for me because it made these things that like that are like actual metaphors into my real life. And I like really sat with that because it's like I've been talking about all the symbolism and shit. And like I'm like living life as a clown at a sex convention and at Titty TKO, which was crazy. And you know, I had one day off as Pikachu, but like it's still kind of the same role. But am I playing that role all the time in real life? I think probably because like I exist to make people feel like, I mean, it's just who I am and I can't help it, which makes me a very large force in every aspect of my life. And that is a lot for people and can be intimidating to like stand up to someone like you or me. And it gets really hard because I'm a big softie and I know you are too.
Right.
Right. Like, anyway, all that being said, I'm going to say a symbol. You tell me what emotional meaning you attach to, but we're going to go fast. Okay.
Okay. Come on.
All right. A clown.
Love.
All right. When I think of a clown, I think, me. I don't know. I think feeling like feelings, right?
Yeah. I think the main reason. Oh, you want to keep going? It's like
yeah.
Oh, you want
I was supposed to be like a fast round. Okay, broken mirror.
Broken mirror, bad luck.
Split personality. That glitter.
Yams.
My floor.
Right.
I know. I think glitter means, you know, maybe it like lights things up. Like it's I don't know, magic. Effervescent magic. Yeah. Fishnets.
Hairy legs. History.
Okay, all right. Fishnets make me think burlesque. Disco ball.
80s.
70s.
70s, right. But 80s, that's
Studio 54 disco. Right. I mean, really, it's just a whole visual.
It really is. Yeah, it really is 70s.
Red lipstick.
Red lipstick. Me.
Dance recital.
Gross.
Been wearing red lipstick since I was like 2. Like it's just funny to me. All right, a crucifix.
Huh?
A crucifix.
No, I know, but that's what I thought of first.
Oh, I think
Jesus.
of Sunday school presenters.
Jesus.
Jesus. Cake.
Cake. Splooshing.
But
Me.
splooshing is what I did on stage at the sex convention as a clown. It was so
Oh,
crazy.
you did it. You did. You got to
Oh,
sploosh.
I splooshed and I like stabbed a cupcake with my knife and I like ate cupcake off a knife and then I like fed it to people. At the end of it, I was like deep throating, like fisting, like frosting into people's mouths dressed as a clown. I have never felt so close to God as I did in that moment. Like I was like, this is why I was born.
Is it like performative splooshing or do you love splooshing? And how did you get
No, I hate it like as soon as it's done.
Okay. Yeah.
You're the first time I ever saw splooshing was off that like TV show. Was it United States of Tara? And Tara had like split personalities. Her daughter was like splooshing in a Viking hat for like cams or something. And I was like, huh, I would do that for money.
Yeah.
So I did it a few times.
Right. Yeah. And I know there was an act that one of my girls had that was splooshing. I always wanted to do it, but I feel like that's just like a yeast infection waiting to happen. You know?
Yeah, you got to clean it up like real fast. Like people will start trying to talk to me. I'm like, I gotta go before I get like a candida issue. Like I can't. Right. Like back in the Tumblr days, girls would like shove lollipops. I'm sure they still do it, but like there'd be like porn with like they're like fucking themselves with like a lollipop, and I'm like, no. We do not put sugar products in our vagina.
Yeah.
You don't even want to use lube with like glycerin because it's a sugar-based alcohol. It's not good. Don't, if you're out there doing that, please, for me.
Unless you got like a tough.
No, even then.
Even
then. Maybe put in like one of those like female condoms or something first. I don't know.
There's got to be like some pros tips.
The sensory issues kick in. Yeah. Amen. Okay. All right. Angel wings.
Angel bunny.
Okay, so I'm between Angel Bunny and this guy DeAndre. He like, I wish he was listening. Anyway, he's got angel wing tattoos, but like the day that I met him was actually in a sex dungeon, and he had angel wings on, and that was a decade ago. And my husband still refers to this guy as Angel Wings motherfucker.
You and that Angel Wings motherfucker.
No, that Angel Wings motherfucker. Yeah.
I like how all of your story references go back to like a dungeon or like
right. Well, I ran into him at this sex convention, which was crazy. Like, and I was like, "Oh hey!" And I looked at my at Mr. D, who's probably on here. And I was like, "That's Angel Wings motherfucker." And he's like, "Oh yeah,
that's Angel Wings motherfucker."
Hilarious. I mean, he's a cool guy, but yeah, he had angel wings on. All right. Okay, so I had this recurring dream after Frolicon, and I was on stage. Only like the theater was empty, and the spotlight was on me, and I was getting pied in the face over and over and over. That was like, what in the actual fuck? And then I'm like, this is kind of actually like what I just did as an act, but like it became like a weird nightmare that other people have on a loop in my dream.
Is it like different people coming and smashing you?
There was no one visible. So it was like, the only thing was like, when I woke up, I was like, I thought it was the memory of like being at the show, but like my makeup was different because I had like this really cool, like heart eye with like jewels glued around it. And I would never do that because I sweat too much and they always pop off and I get mad. So it wasn't real, but yeah, it was like I had a different makeup on. I had like one of those like crinoline like collar things, and you just see the vibes coming. It was like POV, but I could still see myself. I don't know, but yeah, there was like no one in the audience. It was really bizarre. It was a nice theater though, so
we gotta find that theater. But what was the feeling like? Did you feel like embarrassed?
It was unsettling. It was unsettling, but yeah.
Smothered like by pies, or was it like what was the feeling?
Embarrassing. I mean, also like I don't know. It was like I was wanted to be in the spotlight, and at the same time it was making me like absolutely cringe to be there. So yeah,
I mean,
it was interesting. It was kind of like real life as a performer, you know?
I'm like, it's kind of like a metaphor for life, but I don't know how. I mean, the vulnerability thing on stage, but not necessarily too embarrassing. Like at this point, we do all kind of weird shit on stage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I know, because we do shows together, and like since we've started doing things together, we've really upped the ante on the cringe factor.
Right. But for me, that's the best part. So I'm like, if that's the part,
Oh, dude. No, like you brought out something in me that I didn't know was there. Like this macho man shit. I'm like, macho man.
Macho Man is everything. I can't wait to develop that character with you.
I just start going fucking wild. I don't know what happens to me. I was like literally crying in the back, like crying in the green room, feeling sorry for myself. And I hear over the microphone, because we had the drunk spelling bee going on. And the word, okay, so guys, like for the drunk spelling bee, like they call people up to the stage and they take a shot of it was fucking schnapps, dude.
Whatever it was, yeah. Ellen gave us some fucking blueberries.
It was like schnapps. It was disgusting. Anyway, so then they would have to spell the word, but you know, in the spelling bee where you're like, the word is diarrhea, you give a sentence for context. And Confetti Cream, my opponent, stole the mic and said, Ivana Coquetú smells like diarrhea. And let me tell you, like, divine intervention is an interesting thing. God works in mysterious ways, y'all, because I literally just, I'm like texting my husband, like, I might be having a nervous breakdown. I just got to get through this show. I don't want to talk about it anymore because I'm crying and I have lashes on and they can't fall off. And I'm just going to put my headphones on. I stood up and I started to put the headphones on. And that's when this happened. And I fucking threw, it was like instantly transformation. I was like, well, nothing else matters. I have some shit to talk. And I ran out there with everything in my brain. And I was like, do you remember the burn? Because it still kills me.
No, I don't remember. Tell me, what was it? There was
I said, I only smell like diarrhea because you're so ugly. I shit my pants. Y'all think that's just makeup. That's actually her fucking face. And that was like, am I having an out of body transformation? This fucking burn is genius.
Yeah, right.
It was good. That show was really good. And
me and my hair legs.
No.
Yeah,
fishnets. It hurts.
That's a fun, interesting fishnet fact.
Tell us.
Okay, so they invented fishnets because, you know, back in the days, like hairy legs were like so erotic, so they didn't want to hide them through like a whole full stocking. So fishnets were created so you could still see the hair on your legs through the tights. And so that's a history fact that I teach in much better, greater detail in my Fast Track to Stage course. And so whenever I think about fishnets, I just think about hairs coming through legs because I'm a hairy bitch too.
If you want more information on any of the classes that Nya has to offer here in Atlanta, follow down below where it says at Yams Burlesque and at Nya the Guide. You can DM or click on the links for more information. Right. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, speaking about like shows and shit we do, I had a question, I guess, related to what we were talking about, which is like TKO and WWE and all of that shit. Like, how often do you feel like you use your burlesque and like your clowning and everything for like healing purposes? Like, do you agree? Do you feel like, let's see, what's the best way to ask this? Professional burlesque or performance for an audience should be like a healing mechanism for the performer, or is it more important for you to entertain your audience?
Oh, this is such an easy question. One, it depends on the gig. So like if I'm doing corporate work and you want me to do aerial or eat fire for, like, for example, Sonoya's midnight masquerade, like obviously I'm going to want to perform within the container that they describe that they're looking for in a client. Now, in my mind, burlesque is supposed to be a rebellious art form, right? Like, it's a political form of dance, historically speaking, right?
Right.
It has become commercial. But I think to honor like yourself by having that healing and cathartic experience as a performer of burlesque and other art forms as well, you're channeling that, you're transmuting other people through that. And you can be all cheesecake and razzle dazzle, and I love that. Like, there's a space for that. But the reason that I push myself too far and do all these things is because this is the space that's healed me, and I have very clearly seen it healing other people to have a space like that. I mean, the audience knows when you feel it, and they know when it's surface level. Like, you can tell.
Yeah.
I've seen like corny burlesque bring some people to tears because of the message. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we had a whole fucking chorus line going of burlesque dancers in fucking choir robes, and like people are crying.
Right.
And it's campy as fuck. But I feel like every show we do, it's like we're sending a message. Right. And it's just who we are, which is cool. Like, it just organically comes through. It's not to sell tickets.
Right.
What do you think?
I think I 100% agree with you. My favorite types of burlesque, like outside of performing to witness, I do have I got a couple of cheesecake crushes that I love.
Yeah, and I love them, right?
Yeah, and that's really what brought me here. But over the course of my journey, I have really grown in appreciation for the healing aspect of it. And I do love doing shows with you and doing your shows in particular, because I get to explore those different sides of myself and push my boundaries. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know, there's always this thing of like, what is the audience? Like, did they come here for me to fucking get over my, you know what I'm saying? My bullshit.
Well, I think it depends on how you heal, because I don't know. I did really I'm like, it feels weird because you weren't actually involved in this last Electro Lounge because it was the same day as Body and Soul. That was confusing for me. I'm like, why did we have shows on the same day?
Right. Yeah, we got to get our calendar.
Yeah, we got to sync that. No, but it's a song that I used to perform only for my family whenever I was really depressed. It's just something I used to noodle to, and I put Pikachu to it, and it worked really well. But that's because I was not in a headspace where I could do my whole cheesy Pokemon act. So it got a little deeper, but I mean, I still had glued a fur bra to my titties. So you know what I mean? But I was dancing from the heart. I was just dressed as Pikachu, but you're right. It is, what is the audience here to see? But I really think that if you are a leveled up performer, you can put your heart into whatever that is.
Right.
You can adapt it. I mean, it's called Nobody Knows. Pikachu is in a ball all the time. Nobody knows me because under the surface, right? I'm a lot more depth, and my normal song to that is Catch Me, where it's just me running around and eating fire and shit. But I didn't have the spoons to do that. But I know that I'm gonna feel better after I get on stage. And I'll tell you, my best acts have happened when I'm actually having a nervous breakdown and I have no choice but to go on stage. And just being all right, let's do this, and taking a big deep breath and doing it. And I personally feel it's the equivalent of when I was younger and I would binge drink, or I'd do a lot of drugs and go to a rave or something, versus I'm doing this in a healthy way. This is actually how God created, or the universe, whatever you believe in, created us to create those chemicals in our own brains that we're doing synthetically. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I've seen you feel that. I can see transformation happen on stage with people. It's really fucking cool.
100%. It's one of those things, my therapist will call it escapism.
Mm-hmm.
because she don't take her clothes off. You know what I'm saying? In a room full of people and have that ability to like zone out, whether I'm doing something fun where it's a freestyle. So I don't have the opportunity to like be overthinking and thinking about the shit in my head, or if it's something I worked on and I want to make sure that the audience feels this specific.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I can work out a lot of shit in my head. And
yeah.
like I frequently do take my clothes off, but like for me, that's not about like being sexual. That's an empowerment thing to me. It's about owning my body and taking back that. And a lot of people have a hard time to sit with that. Like I don't, yes, it is sexual and people think I'm hot, but like, and that's a draw. I don't want to deny that, but
yeah,
I came from a very Islamic marriage where I couldn't even show my arms or my neck. So like, when I left that and I like reclaimed my body, like I still believe my body is sacred. And I don't think that like God would have made us this way. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Yeah, it's just, I agree with you 100%. It's like, it doesn't matter what I do. Like you would in a fucking Pikachu suit and motherfuckers would still finding you sexy. It's like, it's just a part of.
Yo, the most that I've had people slide into my DMs is after the first TKO, and I was like fully clothed and I was wearing a bikini top, but I had like everything was covered. I had a cowboy hat on, and I'm screaming,
for real.
The cream always rises to the top. and everyone's like, can I skeet on your face? And I'm like, what? How did we get here?
Right.
But the furry boobs were really wild. I was really shocked. The furry boobs. I had a fur bikini and I took it apart and I just sprayed the backs of it and I so, like,
and you just were like
it was just like the top came off, but the top stayed. I don't know how to explain it. It was cool.
Nah, that was a fun ass time.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, wait, I confused myself because we did this a little out of order, but all right. DC, play the glitch.
We got a glitch.
Go to it.
It's my new segment. Is she a bitch or does she have boundaries?
Yeah. What do you think about you? Are you a bitch or do you have boundaries?
I'm a boundary. I have boundaries. I'm an incredibly nice person. I can come off bitchy because I don't really have a tone of voice, but I don't think that I'm unreasonable. I can get a little emotionally accelerated if like feelings are involved. But as a former people pleaser, when I started drawing boundaries, I realized people really fucking don't like it. And it's like, okay, well, like, hey, like this is fine. I want to talk about it. You know, let's put it in like terms of like performers, right? As a producer, and you have your own space, and as do I, if someone were to book a conflict, like if they were to schedule a reoccurring gig on the same days that they were scheduled with you, you're not going to give them priority anymore, right? Because that's not okay. If they're advertising for both, then they're actually advertising and taking from your audience to go elsewhere. And so that becomes a conflict of interest. It's not personal. It's like, I love you and I support you and I want you to do big things. But like not in my yard.
Right.
Yeah, I love you. And like with burlesque and performance and art in general, people get really close. It feels like a family. And, you know, they put you in the mom role. And then when you actually have to hold them accountable, they're mad at you like they would be at their mom, right? And so it's like, this bitch thinks she can tell me what to do, or she has terrible ideas. And you go so quickly from the hero to like the enemy. She's trying to prevent me from getting work. And it's never about that. Every time I've ever needed help, you've been there for me. But I know that both of us get slandered a lot.
A lot.
Like a lot.
A lot.
And it's because we have a lot of visibility. And since we started teaming up together even more, they like are rolling over into each other's spaces. You can tell me what to do. I do like regularly. Look, my husband made me a bowl of candy. Isn't that cute?
I want a bowl of candy.
Like, look, there's these are a bag of all purple Sour Patch Kids. Delicious. Okay, so this leads me into something that's actually very serious, and I probably should have cleared it with you before I brought it up because I know it's kind of personal, but it's also personal with me and probably everyone we know. But it's before anyone gets defensive, I'm not anti-partying. I'm not judging anyone. There is no shame. I perform at sex conventions. I throw neon circus parties. I've been in the fetish world for a long time. So let's not pretend like I'm the morality police today. I do think that people massively underestimate how substances impact their emotional reality.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Within my review, we do have rules about like your substances and everything like that. Thankfully, I feel like within a review, I haven't had too much experience, but of course, in this industry, in this field, it's like motherfuckers be out here fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Be told they're fucked up. They don't like to be judged about whatever their habits are, and who cares if you want to fucking?
I don't care what you do. Yeah, I've done. If you name it, I've done it. I don't do it anymore because I have crippling anxiety and a lot of responsibility. And people can choose what they do as long as it doesn't harm me or the spaces I'm in. I don't care. But you know, like in my burlesque space, you know, I found out after the fact that like people were on illicit substances, like, you know, they were spitting fire and they were drunk, and I didn't know because I'm at the front of the house the whole night and no one told me. That's really fucking dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had one performer I thought was sick, but they were on ketamine, and then I allowed them to spin fire because no one notified me that this was happening. I thought that she had like, because she had the stomach flu like 2 days before. I thought that she was just like dehydrated and not feeling well, and then started having like a panic attack because she didn't want to disappoint me, you know. But come to find out that like the whole cast was talking shit about how I didn't stop this girl from doing this, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
I mean, how the fuck
no one thought to, yeah, no one thought to tell me, like. And so I had to have a hard conversation with her. She took it well. And like, you know, I'm happy. Like, I think that she's actually in a program now. So that's good. Because like, if we're doing these things in like spaces where we're supposed to be working, it is problematic. Like if we have that much anxiety, we need to get over that. We have to like, you know, bump a whole bunch of K before we get on stage. I know it's scary on stage. Some of us need like a little boost to like soften our nerves, but like, there is a line between responsible and reckless. And no matter what, the substances are going to affect your confidence, your inhibition, your sexual appetite, but they also are going to affect your conflict perception, the emotional pacing at which you do things, the way you interpret people's boundaries, your empathy quotient, your attachments to people. They all shift because your brain is altered. And it's tough, right? Like it's a tough thing to talk to people about, but I see it a lot in our spaces, and our spaces are already like, they're fringe spaces, right? Like it's terrifying being on stage and picturing the crowd naked doesn't have the same effect when you're half naked.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
But like, it's like people will come in to a show and you see them go from like 0 to 60. And it's like, dude, just slow down.
Yeah. Right. No, 100% for sure. I was a drunk ass bitch for my first probably 6 years, you know, in this industry. Just in general around that time, I was drinking way more than I should have been drinking. I will say one of the best things that happened to me throughout that period was meeting you that one night at the Cougar Club show that I barely remember, but there's picture evidence. And I believe everything you said that happened that night. There's actually video proof.
There is video proof.
Yeah, but outside of that, I feel like drinking, even if you're drinking or you doing whatever you're doing to get past your nerves, you're not really obviously performing optimally. Like, can't nobody tell me that. Even if you feel like you're a little bit looser or whatever, that shit is never really you performing at your best. And if that's your goal, you drinking to kind of loosen up, or you getting fucked up to kind of loosen up, you really are kind of doing yourself and your art a disservice in general. And then there's the boundaries. There's the things that you don't remember. If you like me, because I'm a blackout ass bitch, so anybody can say anything, and that happened too. Actually, somebody came up to you and said like, "Hey, Nya said such and such, such and such," and you're like, "That doesn't sound like Nya would say," and who will ever know? Because I can't even defend myself because I was like, going by that time.
Right. It's like you can't possibly be accountable for things that you don't remember clearly. You can only be accountable for the fact that you like took the substances. So like the impact that you have on people is the same. And I'm no saint. Like I did a whole bunch of shit when I was younger. I just
personally,
I had some very scary legal things that arose from like my bad behavior, and they scared the shit out of me by the time I was 25. So I just kind of stopped. And then I didn't want to be around people who did it, which was okay.
Way through it, literally. Nah, it's really a thing, especially when it comes to like social spaces. Like I wasn't even that would take a drink. I still have, a full bar downstairs, and it's been, almost 3 years since I've had a drink. But something about getting around people and trying to make like people comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, people are also uncomfortable with the fact that you're not doing those things, and they start to take it like, and I've experienced this for a long time because I stopped doing shit when like forever ago, and then I don't drink. I haven't drank in a long time, but like I don't have any like shame for people who drink. I just don't. I feel like shit, so I don't drink. Right? It's not like, oh my god, I'm so much better than you. But people project that onto me all the time. People have always been like, oh, Ivana, you must be so much fun if you're drunk. Let me get you a drink. I'm like, I don't drink. They're like, yeah, that's what I think would be cool. I'm like, that's really fucked up. Like it's not care, but like that's the thing is like when other people are drinking, you can see not just drinking on anything. You can see like, and you're not, you can see how the emotional clarity isn't right. And it's tough because you don't know that when you're fucked up. You just think everything's fucking great until something's really not great. Yeah, dude. I've been known to be pretty lit without throwing anything on it.
Right.
And honestly, like drinking just makes me throw up a lot. So it's really not fun. But drugs were great when I was younger. In the moment, and then they were not. They always ended in something, some big calamity, a whole bunch of drama, and it's because I didn't know what I was talking about. Like, I'd be like,
up in strange places for me. That's always like, I'm past the stages and phases where I want to like get up and be like, well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This or where the fuck am I?
Yeah, me too. I'm not in that stage of my life. And like, I think we all go through it. And it's probably an important part of like finding yourself and like where your own boundaries are. Cause like, if you don't bump into your boundary, you're not going to know it's there.
Right. And so now, that's when the bitch comes in, when somebody is like, you're clearly saying no this, and somebody else is like, but baby that. And you like,
right.
Well,
it's like, it's when another person's decisions like start to bump up against like not just your boundaries but your value system. That's when like, and I don't think I'm being a bitch. I think it's being firm. I think it's really hard to hold your own when someone that you care about is trying to pressure you into something, and it's not from a bad like intention, but it has the same impact. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't change. Like, if you're like fucked up and you say some really fucked up shit to me and you don't remember it, well, like you still said it.
Especially when it comes to like, drinking and drugs and all of that kind of shit. Cause it's such like a social, like, oh, motherfucker, I want to share this thing with you. Like, this is the thing that I do. And
right. Oh, this is how people have fun. Why are you the fun sucker? And it's like, well, I don't want to be the fun sucker. I don't want to be everyone's mom, but like now I'm sober. I'm feeling responsible for everyone here.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to have to feel responsible for everyone here. So I just don't want to be there.
Yeah. Don't make
I sound like I'm old.
yeah, I'm like, don't make me. I'm already there. Don't make me be that guy. Let's just
like don't put me in the position where I have to be that guy and then resent me for it. Because like people cannot consent to things when they're in that state, whether or not it's sexual or like just going places. That's how you know where you don't know where you are. But we work in sexy industries, so like when you're in a place that's already fringe or already high risk, you wanna be able to protect yourself, and you really can't do that. You know, from violating your own boundaries, right? Like, it's just anyway. Anyway, that is a big takeaway I've had in the last few weeks, like in these spaces where everyone's having a great time and then like something terrible seems to happen. And it's always like, sadly, someone partied a little too hard, right?
So what's the strategy after that? What are you doing?
Well, I guess it depends on how big like the fracture that you had. Like, I think the first step is accountability and saying like, hey, like I made a lot of really bad choices and they hurt you. Like I really need to analyze like what made me feel like I needed to do these substances to get through this thing. Like, because obviously if you're doing them and there's like catastrophic behavior, you're not in a space where you should be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's not like,
right.
Yeah. It's not like you had a good time. I mean, you may have felt like you were having a good time, but like you were doing damage to the life that you're building.
Yeah.
And that sucks. It feels so shitty when you've done it to yourself.
My last apology tour, I was like, I am not doing this shit again. I had to apologize to my husband's whole fucking family.
Yeah. I mean, and I know people have this problem with it's not just substances. Sometimes it's sex. Something like we work in like you know, these are sexual spaces. Like we're talking about like a fetish convention or like sexy burlesque show. Like people have the wrong ideas already. Not everyone. A lot of people respect our spaces. We're very lucky. The spaces that we're in have been so safe and so warm to us. Props to you, Michael at Red Light Cafe and Ellen for keeping that space as safe as possible. And then, you know, House of Honey Child, of course. But like, yeah, like bad people are in. I watch Dateline. Like people go pick up burlesque dancers or they go to the fetish convention and they do really fucked up shit. So like, you might think you know someone really well and you're having fun and then suddenly you're not.
Right.
And I've been there. So like I have big feelings about it. You know, like you're already in a space. We need to learn to be responsible in reckless spaces. Go drink at a bar.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Not at the fucking
and no shade to my friends who do that. Like honestly, I love you.
That's not even, that shouldn't be a thing.
I mean, but like I used to exist in kink spaces where there was no drinking and no alcohol even allowed there because things had happened in the past. You're playing with hot wax, knives, other people you barely know. Like we're already in a weird territory of consent.
Right.
You don't want to, not even just for yourself. You don't want to like have someone come up to you the next day and be like, I didn't consent to that. I wasn't even in my body.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That is the last that is the absolute last thing that you want.
There are people who set out to like do that shit to people, but I don't think most people do.
Yeah.
I think it's like a very confusing gray area. And then you throw alcohol and shit on it and it just gets weird. No. Anyway, we're going to transition into more bitches or bad bitches. Play that static. Boop, 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 boop. It's a clown static.
You need to.
CapCut tricked me, man. That show's
Right, it
not
told you
supposed to
that
have the
was gonna
logo.
be in there. Exactly.
I should have checked. How you like that sad trombone?
So cute. You are really good at those. I was gonna ask you, did you make it or did you?
Yeah, I did. Well, I made it in CapCut, but like, it's not like it's not. Y'all chill. It's not an AI video. Don't cancel
Oh
me
God,
now.
please
I'm
don't.
not that you're not using AI to write your comments.
Right.
I see you. All right. Confusing accountability with attack. Is that a boundary like cross, or is that wait, hold on, let me go back. One of the hardest things has been trying to figure out the difference between being direct and what people think is mean.
Yeah.
I communicate really clearly. I'm often told that I'm being a diva or a cunt. But I like in my day job, I like correspond with defense attorneys all day. So like I'm used to talking to not super sensitive people. So it doesn't always translate well. I ask a lot of questions. I need coherence and I always check for clarity. And that comes off like I'm interrogating.
Right.
So it's either like when you know what you want and you do, you're busy, you know what you want, you say like it is, you hold them accountable.
That's right. Yeah.
You're either a strong leader or you're absolutely terrifying and a
Mhm.
bitch. So why do you think people confuse accountability with attack?
I think that people don't like being told about themselves in general. So they feel attacked if you have an opinion or if you're decisive and you know what it is that you want and it's not what they want and they just don't agree with it. Anytime it's not agreeable, I don't know if it's a woman thing or if it's just a human thing. If it's not agreeable and it's not their way, then a lot of times people become very defensive.
Yeah, like if it's not their way, then you're being selfish. You're like, wait,
Yeah, that is
hold on.
time when I don't mind being a bitch because I've definitely tried, like just throughout this journey in my producer journey, I've very much in the beginning, very direct, not really taking as much time as I do now to even consider how everybody felt. I will take
Yeah,
accountability for that. Right. And I got told a couple of times, a couple too many times, and I may or may not have lost a good one because of my approach. And
it
so I
happens.
my
It
approach and I
happens.
became this like what everybody says about everything that is going on ever matters, and the integrity of what I was doing broke down. And I'm like, why are we not as good as we were before? And it's because everybody was just, it was just no holds bar and it was just whatever. So I'm happy to have a balance in my showgirl life and my regular life too.
Mhm.
Because, all this shit carries over.
Well, yeah, and you're running businesses. It's like
Yeah.
people think that like this is just like all dancing and rhinestoning, but no, you're actually running businesses. You're a boss,
The
so
word
you
no,
don't have time for that shit.
the word no, like I don't really want to hear too much no either,
No,
but the word no, like people do not want to hear that shit. It's like,
mm-mm.
no, I want pink, and somebody wants to do blue. It's like, okay, you do blue for your show, but for this show, I want
It's
pink.
pink.
Yeah,
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 that's nice.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that. Like we're not doing that anymore. Sorry, you think
Right,
I'm a bitch? No, we're not
right.
doing that.
Yeah, and I'll
Like
be
as collaborative as I want to be, like there has to be someone in charge, and it's
right.
me
And she
because
needs
I'm paying you.
right. And the last comment has a point too that says accountability is an attack when you thought you were gonna get away with it. Yeah, exactly. When you thought you were gonna get away with it, 100%.
Amen.
And not for that, when you're like bullshitting me or not holding up your end of the bargain or doing whatever it is that we over here doing, that's
Yeah,
a fucking attack too.
yeah. All right, play the show us the clown pics. I can keep talking over it. So naturally, we're talking about am I a bitch? So I went to the source. I had to ask Chat GPT, am I a bitch?
Uh-oh.
And so Chat GPT had some opinions
Okay.
and told me what I should talk to my therapist about. So you ready for it? It
Yeah.
had some concerns. I was like, you're a fucking
Yeah.
you're a fucking computer.
Yeah.
Why
I'm
why
proud.
are you reading my filth, man?
I
All
can't
right,
wait to see it.
this is what it said. It said, use humor to survive emotional discomfort. Check. You may turn pain into a spectacle before you process it privately. Like, weren't we just talking about that?
Yes.
You can this one hit. I was like, oh, I'll talk to her on Thursday about that one. You confuse resilience with the inability to collapse.
Gotcha. Okay.
You perform self-awareness so well, people miss that you've actually been hurt.
Right.
That sounds like me.
Yeah.
You crave visibility and fear it at the same time. We were talking about that's the fucking clown dream.
Yeah. Right. That is it. That's
It's
exactly.
literally the clown dream. You may actually need tenderness more than you need applause, but don't accept comfort.
Yeah. Oh, ouchie. Ouchie. Mm.
Right? Good thing I have an appointment on Thursday.
Right.
ChatGPT fucking got me in the feelings. I'm like, I'm gonna be crying all week, man. I wore myself out.
Now,
A lot happened.
yeah, I need the prompt. I don't care if I get canceled or not. I'm gonna run to my chat to ask him. And I love that we both see our therapists on Thursdays. That's funny.
No, it's every Thursday at 11 for like the last 5
No,
years.
same exact time. That's obvious.
Yeah. All right. I want to do a little TKO recap.
Okay.
So we're gonna sometimes rose is soft, sometimes you gotta take it to the ring. TKO was chaos. Frolicon was chaos. Life is definitely chaos. Let's just show that. It's titty TKO.
See.
Recap. So we had a new clown in town. It was us. Confetti cream. Y'all, who wants to titty box, man? It's really hard to find someone who wants to titty box.
What's
But we're
I mean, champion.
The other champion, Confetti Cream, was amazing, but everyone seems to have scheduling conflicts. But we've taken like a weird turn, and we've joined forces with the Titty Worldwide Atlanta Federation of Titty Wrestlers. And shit's getting weirder. But the coolest thing, Nya, like honestly, like we had such a divided audience, and it was like cool, like we had the nerdiest like queer couples to like, you know, people from Southwest Atlanta to like some super queer men, like nerds who play Dungeons and Dragons. Like it was like the weirdest, like, and most amazing thing I've seen in Atlanta was we had so many different people there, and they were having so much fucking fun together. Like people were coming in from the parking lot because they saw me doing my Macho Man outside. It was wild.
No, that audience was definitely like a melting pot. That was like a metaphor for fucking
in
general.
And what we've been trying to do, right? Like, and unfortunately, our own community has had a hard time understanding it.
Right.
So
that was definitely mission accomplished. I say this one that's coming up is definitely I say gonna be getting a gentle caress. Mommy milkers, you don't got no titty slaps in there? Yeah, I think
mommy milkers, like you could titty box me. Like we could do that. Like I feel like that'd be fun. Who doesn't want to titty box a cow? Okay, like look, here we go. Mommy milkers. I didn't even know you're gonna be on here, but I have the next round. This is the fallacy round. Play the sad sax music because vulnerability should never be dignified. You're going to ask me one dirty question while I eat this, and we're gonna wrap up the show.
I'm gonna ask you one dirty question. Okay. A dirty question. Okay, all right.
Any question, really.
I want to know, what is the dumbest thing you've done for attention?
I've done a lot of dumb shit for attention. In 5th grade, I sang the Grape Nuts jingle like in karaoke with my friends, and they blasted it over like the loudspeaker at school, and it was the most embarrassing shit of my time. It was like, it was the Kicks commercial, the berry Kicks. I got those yummy, yummy flavors and the berry Kicks, the berry bunch. It ruined my street cred. They did it just to fucking troll me. It's fucked up. Anyway, we got to wrap up. So if you're out there performing, masking, holding everybody together with hot glue and rhinestones, I see you. It's okay to take off the makeup sometime. Catch us on all of our platforms. You know how to find us, and we'll see you next week on Joyride After
Yes.
Dark. Thank you, Nya.
Enjoy.